Boise, Idaho is where we're going to start it. Kim is on the line. Kim, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Good morning.
Hi, Kim. How are you?
Good.
Good.
A while back, I heard you talking about growth plans.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we're an automotive shop with 3 employees and 1 independent contractor.
Mm-hmm.
We started implementing growth plans for our 2 newest employees.
Great.
Okay, and that's going well. But we have 1 employee who's long-term, who's been there like more than 5 years. And he's a talented technician, but he seems less and less motivated.
Mm-hmm.
We think he can produce more. We can't reward this kind of unproductive cycle he's in with money. He's on salary, and his production's just okay. It's not what it used to be or what we think he's capable of. He's very good. It's really accurate. He's good. But how do we change this dynamic?
Yeah. That could be a mixed bag.
Yes.
Why are you saying that he can't be motivated with increase in pay? What evidence do you have?
Right now, because he's on salary, he's making as much as he's going to make with the production that he's doing.
Right. But I mean, have you sat down? Okay. So when I hear that, I go, but have you sat down with him and said, hey, here's what we've been doing across the board. I've been listening to this Ken Coleman show, and this guy started talking about growth plans. And so we started putting them in place for this person and this person. He knows who they are. And so we're doing this with everybody. And you're a rock star. I mean, you're very talented. You've been with us 5+ years, blah, 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 blah. This is a sandwich here. This is a compliment sandwich. You're going to compliment him, praise him, tell him how talented he is. But then you're going to go, in the process of us looking at all of our team and wanting to have a growth plan for everybody, we started to think through a growth plan for you. And you're really, really talented. But we also think that you can do more. And give him some actual specifics. We think that you can see 3 more clients per week. I don't know what the language is. You know what it is. But what are those metrics that you guys are thinking through? Because you're thinking through some things where you're going, he could be doing more. So you've got to share that with him and go, hey, we wanted to work with you on a growth plan, so we took our first stab at it. This is after you've told him all these amazing things about himself. Then you go, we think that you could get here, here, and here from a productivity standpoint. So again, we're not even taking a shot at him yet. You see how it's still kind of tied to the total company growing revenues because we're all more productive, and we want to reward you for that. We wanted to see, do you agree with that you could create this much more productivity in a given month, and do you agree with that? And then if he goes, you hope he goes, yeah, I could do that. Now, he may not have a super great attitude about it. He may not have that golden retriever tail wagging back and forth. But if he acknowledges that, yeah, I could do the way, you go, great. We want to compensate you more for that. So what you're doing is you're kind of coming at him with, we want to see you grow, because if you grow, we grow. Isn't that true?
What do you do? Yes, but what do you do if he doesn't agree?
Well, I hadn't gotten there yet, but are you tracking with what I've said so far? I want to make sure you understand how we're doing this. None of this is kind of coming at him. It's all, hey, this is for you. If you grow, if he's doing more, he makes more, but so do you as a company. So he sees it as a, wow, they're getting serious about growing this thing. And they're coming to me going, I'm the best one in the building, and they're showing me a growth plan, but I've got to do this to experience the growth. So, but now to your question, if he comes back and goes, yeah, I don't want to do that. I can do it, but I don't want to do it. Then you got to go, you have to have that question answered ahead of time. What would you do? Okay. What would you do if he comes and goes, no, I'm happy where I am? Do you still want him around?
Yeah, I'm afraid that we might already be paying him close to the top of what you can pay a technician.
Well, let's go get evidence of that. Let's not wonder about that. Let's find out if that's true. Do some research. Can you do that research?
Yes.
Yeah, I do that research and find out. But you've already thought this thing through, it seems like. So what would you say? What would your position be? Because I can tell you what I would do. What I would do is I'd already make this decision ahead of time. So he's going to go one of 2 ways. He's going to go, yep, I'm in, I'll do it. And he's properly incentivized, and he goes, great, I'm in. Or if he doesn't want to do it, you have to decide, where's that growth going to come from? We wanted him to be doing more for our company to grow more. But if he's not going to do it, how else would we achieve the growth? Because if he's not a cancer on the organization. If he's not negative and he's not pulling anybody down, he just wants to be left alone and do his thing, I'd let him stay. It wouldn't bother me. And I'd take a chance that he's going to see everybody else growing and comes back and goes, hey, I know what I told you. I changed my mind. But if he's not a culture problem, I'd keep him and I'd find another junior technician to take the extra work or something like that. Where are you at on that?
Yeah, I like the idea of maybe keep an open mind toward another junior technician to suck up some of the extra work.
Because you want to create more productivity. If he's not willing to do it, but he's not a problem child, and he's not, I'm understanding. Is that right?
Right. At this point, he's not. And I also think he could be a good mentor, even though he doesn't want to pound out the work more.
Great.
So he could be a good mentor.
Well, I like this. Okay. So I would not pressure him to take this. Just say, hey, do you want this? Because here's how you make more money. But you got to tie it to the productivity and go, you can make an extra $5,000 this year, an extra $10,000, whatever it is. And then he's going to wrestle with that and he's going to decide. But again, the fact that this guy could be a mentor and he's not a culture problem, I'd be fine if he just doesn't want it, because he can be a great locker room presence for you, using a sports analogy, and teach the younger ones. And then you go, okay, well, the amount of customers we wanted to turn over to him, we're going to turn those over to somebody else. We're going to hire somebody younger who's hungry to get in and give them the same incentive package. That's what I would do.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you bet, Kim. That's a good plan.